Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. We've had a few things to say about the comic book industry in the last week or two. Highs and lows alike. Highs, of course, being the incredible success by Eric July with Isom #1. We'll get back to that later in the video. And then, of course, your typical lows. We got an Obi-Wan book coming out, which is catering to the degenerate wood chipper audience, really. That's all I can think of for that one. And of course, all the nonsense around taking beloved characters, sexuality, changing them, etc., etc. The laziness and the ideology of the comic book industry. This tweet popped up on my timeline, even though I'm currently eating a 7-day ban from Twitter. I can still see things on here. And we'll get back to Eric July in a moment, but it's because of him I saw this tweet from Tim Sheridan. Alphabet community flag after his name. Now that, of course, says multiple things already. Not necessarily about Tim's sexuality, but what it does show is that Tim is very willing for people to see either his orientation or his allyship with said orientation. And if we were to have a look at his profile, writer for Marvel Studios, God help us all, Flashpoint Beyond for DC Comics, Masters of the Universe Revolution, Dragon Age Absolution at Netflix, The Long Halloween at 1 and 2 for Warner Brothers, he/him, pronouns in bio. But it was this incredible straw man argument tweet that he put out, which typifies why the mainstream comic book industry is never going to recover, is never going to get any better, while these ideologues have a finger in this pie. And by finger in this pie, of course, I mean, anyway, so Tim says, comics fans, because of course it's time to shit over, his audience again, part of his audience. It's time to shit over them again. Don't add stuff to established characters. Just create new characters. No. Well, actually, let's read the whole thing and then I'll rip this absolute piece of garbage apart. Creator creates new characters. Comic fans, I don't know them. I don't want to. This is trash. Smiley upside down face. What do you want, comic book fans? I gave you what you want and you hated it. No. First of all, because you got your stupid alphabet flag at the end of your name, virtue signaling away, it shows that you are ideologically aligned and you're making sure other people know it. And so when you create your new characters, then they are also ideologically aligned. They're not created for everyone. They are created for your subset of degeneracy. They are created for your subset of ideological like-mindedness. They're not created for everyone. Comics are not for everyone. Comics are very gate-kept nowadays by people like Mr. Sheridan and his flag of amazing technicolored rainbows. There is no room in comics for diversity of thought. There is no room in comics for alternative think. There is no room in comics for fun. It's all ideologically charged in one direction. And that's why it's gone into the shitter, and that's why it's dead. To pick up on this first bit, don't add stuff to established characters, just create new characters. You don't add stuff to established characters. You don't take a character, for instance, I love to use the example of Tim Drake because it's one of the funniest examples to use. You don't take the character of Tim Drake and say, right, well, Tim's been Robin, then he's been Red Robin, then he kind of was away from the whole thing for a while, then he died but didn't die, was thought of as dead, got back together with Stephanie, decided to leave the Bat family and go off with her. What should we do next? And instead of adding to the characters saying, right, okay, let's plant Timothy and Stephanie in a college completely away from Gotham. You know, Gotham's on the East Coast. Let's take them to the West Coast. Let's take them to Kansas. Let's take them to somewhere completely different. Plant them in a university there. See them trying to have a normal life while struggling or juxtaposing, of course, with their identities as Spoiler and Robin. Why don't we try and get them to people coming into adulthood who have been together for a while? Let's explore their relationship. Explore all these. No. What should we do? Oh, let's get them to suck some cock. What? That's how you add to a character in current day. You don't do anything with the character. You change something superficial about the character. You go, okay, well, let's make them just gay now. Let's make them black now. Let's just make them a woman. We're adding to the character, people. Oh my God. You're such sexist bigots. We're adding. And then, of course, if we were to go down to the creates new characters, what characters are you creating? As I mentioned before, they are creating ideologically aligned characters. What are the characters the new characters that we see popping up? Well, there's recently been 2 brand new Spider-Man characters for the Spider-Verse, which have just been created. This is going to shock you people. So please be sat down. Both of them are gay. Both. One of them looks like some Liberace motherfucker. And the other one is Spider UK, a black gay female. That's what you do. This is why you're such a joke. Remember Safe Space and Incest Zone and Whack Off Internet Guy and Fat Cow and all those characters that created that got laughed out of the arena. Remember when top comic book professional, I'm only joking, they're absolute dog shit, Vida Ayala just pumped out the exact same X-Men but as sidekicks, and they were new. You can't create anything new. You have no ideas outside of your pathetic ideological box. New to you is gay. New to you is they, them. New to you is, well, in Obi-Wan's case, you know, wood chipper material. You don't think of the actual character. You don't think of the actual story. You just want to get to the superficial, this aligns with me, this aligns with my ideology, this aligns with my sexuality, this aligns with my ethnicity, this... I could go on and on and on. So this pathetic virtue signal by Tim Sheridan and his Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is exactly why they get rejected over and over and over. And you know who didn't get rejected? This young chappy here. This man in his early 30s, 30, 31 is Eric. ISOM #1. 37,600 units sold. Not shipped. Sold. Not shipped to rot on the shelves of comic book shops. Sold. Purchased. Thank you. 3.2 million. Nearly $3.3 million. In less than 3 weeks. What does this say? This says quite clearly there is money to be had. Plenty of money to be had. And an audience that will take your product. There's just got to be a small caveat with that. And that's that your product is not some Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat, Tim Sheridan, ideological, oh my God, these, we made a new they, them, gay, non-binary character, and you just rejected it. Bullshit. And it's not the customer's fault if one of you in the comic book industry doesn't make one of those characters and nobody wants to know. Because it's already been poisoned. The well has been poisoned. DC is poison. Marvel is poison. So if people are just like, I don't care. I don't care. You've done this too often. I don't care. We know where this road's going to go with you guys. I don't blame them either. So take your straw man, Tim, and shove it up your ass. See you in the next video. Bye for now.